One of the most recognisable names in sport right now, the Aussie basketballer, is dominating the NBA, but underneath all his success is a painful past.
Yeah, the talented athlete opened up to our own Brooke Boney about his experience with racism and his plan to stop it.
On the basketball court, he's superhuman.
Ben Simmons, out of this world.
One of the best athletes Australia has ever produced. But off the court, it's a different story. The Australian basketballer endured racism from a young age.
One situation that did happen to where I was like, my heart kind of dropped. I mean, it's happened multiple times, but the two times I remember very clearly was when I was actually at a football game and somebody had yelled the N-word at my dad. And then took off running.
What sort of lessons did your parents teach you? I remember my grandfather used to say to be considered equal, we had to try harder and be better than others.
I'm the type of person, my dad told me to defend yourself and stand up for yourself. So I wasn't taking from anybody.
A young Ben Simmons decided he wanted to stand out for a different reason.
Athletically, I was gifted. So I also got looked at as the athletic kid and the basketball player, not, Ben, African-American Australian kid.
He pushed and pushed himself, clawing his way to the top, eventually reaching the pinnacle of the basketball world. An NBA player, he was untouchable. Then a recent trip back to Australia and it all came tumbling down.
Ben Simmons on a night out with mates at Crown, suggesting security guards asking for ID were discriminating based on skin colour.
The only guy who doesn't get checked to go in the casino is this guy.
Oh, I guess,
I get checked. Mike gets checked. I get checked. And Taj gets checked.
3 people that were paying customers of this business were made to feel like they weren't equal.
Then a few months later, George Floyd was killed by American police officers.
I can breathe.
Triggering protests and calls for change right across the globe, including Australia.
When you were watching all of this unfold and seeing what was happening back here, what was going through your mind?
It's hard to believe that we still are having these situations happen.
The necessity of education became paramount. So that's why Ben developed the Do More project, a website with literary pieces and testimonials from big-name celebrities speaking of their own experience with racism.
Racism has caused a divide in our society.
It's time for us to do more.
Issues against racism have been swept under the rug for way too long.
You've got some pretty cool ambassadors involved, and that's certainly some of my favourite people for sure.
I mean, when we got them all, the Wolverine. That's the coolest one. But Hugh Jackman for sure. He's a big one. You got Margot Robbie also. Nick Curious, a lot of different people.
Do you think that we are at a turning point in race relations?
I think so. I think recently, in the past few months, this has been a huge change. I don't think it's something that is going to die down now. I think it's the perfect time for everybody to do more. I think Australia is a great place to be and live and grow up, but there's some things that we can do to make it a better place.
What do you hope will come from this project, Do More?
I hope people educate themselves. The first thing is listening. So I hope they are able to listen, learn from, listening and educating themselves, and then going out and acting on it and trying to do more, doing the right things and bringing people up and not down. So hopefully this helps, open people's eyes towards this situation.
Gosh, powerful interview that, wasn't it?
Really good, yeah.
Really
great to get
guy.
his insight on things. He hasn't. What happened to him at Crown was really tough for him to navigate through, and to see him turn it into a positive like this, and to see all those ambassadors on board is a really good step, really positive step for the future, I think. And although his season hasn't been great with Philly. Philly, I think, got knocked out in the NBA.
They were swept 4-0 against Boston, and he missed that final series with a knee injury, so not a good end to the season.
They've lost their coach too, I believe.
They have.
Maybe Seabold's going there. But it's great to see that project as a powerful step in the right direction.
And that project is Do More Project, launches today. So for more, you can head to domoreproject.com.au.
Cool.